trying to figure out how do I find what I'm looking for. Wait, what? Alright, none of the trophies are popped. Hopefully none of them popped. Look in the peephole, take a bath in the house. What do you mean that's good? Okay. Okay. I feel okay. New game. For some reason it's loaded my save from PlayStation 4. Oh, you put what's good. I thought you put that's good. Stupid dyslexia.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
This is one of my favorite games. I'm glad they put a platinum to it on the PS5
I lived here until I was 11,
version.
but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
I think there's two ways in. I think there's one down here, and then there's one over there. I could be wrong, though. It's been a while since I played. Oh, going on right.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
I'll walk forward. Ah, that, look, just looking at that little detail. Of a wedding ring. Well, an engagement ring.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Hey, who isn't afraid of a house? Okay, there's two ways in.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left.
What's creepy about it, man? Like, it's just a normal house.
For the first
Kind
time
of.
in years, I felt like I was home.
There's so much fish. Food. Tuna. That's the word I'm
The
looking
table
for.
was still a wreck from the night we left.
Eddie was in a wheelchair.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Isn't...
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Not really. Okay, so I think you grab it, and then... No, you can't. I'm sure... Yeah, there we go. I'm sure this is a key. Maybe we can only get it later. I'm trying to remember, like, what.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Okay, let's go upstairs.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
I don't want to go in there yet.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
So, they all have their dates on, and she died at 10.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
1944 to 1960.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
I'm coming to get you, Barbara. At least these people got to
The
live
last
for a
time I was
while.
in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait. As a
This
kid,
is
I
the
just
saddest
assumed
one.
every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
1.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
11. I'm just gonna go through all the peepholes before we go into that room. That's a see. Oh no. Can we open this yet? No. Parts of my brain are like, oh wait, we can't.
Mom must have walked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Right, there's gotta be another room that I can peep into. Okay, let's go and check downstairs. God, you walk downstairs slower than I walk downstairs, and I'm a cripple.
Instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Oh wait, was there a... No, I don't know. I think there was.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the...
Hey, you got a spare.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Nice TV, though. Okay, there's no people on that. Okay, so let's go to that room. Maybe that's the room that triggers later. Is there people? No, there isn't. Okay.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
I think you should have. But we'll find that out.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
And we go.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Okay, let's have a look around this room before...
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Okay, let's find out a bit more about Molly.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
I think this is the one...
I ate a lot of things that night. I kept eating and eating.
And...
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Yes, jeez.
And suddenly, I was a cat. I
Come
tried
here,
to be
Betty.
quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Skippy Dally. Man.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Oh.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind.
Okay.
Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
This is where we get a missable trophy. I just don't know how to,
Rabbits.
Yeah, she's tripping. Wait, where is it? Okay. Good. Ah, I missed it. I missed it. I don't know if I have to get the first one and then get the second one instantly. Okay, let's go around. Where does it go? Where did it go? Good. Yeah.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Where is the bubble rabbit? Back over here, right?
A mama rabbit.
And swoop down. Ain't my first swoop,
She was
kind
almost
of.
too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
Yeah, we missed it.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
Yeah. Okay, we missed it because I didn't swoop down properly. Oh well, we'll just come back. Yeah.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Seal. Where'd I go?
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Come here.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Where's the blood? Where'd it go? There you are.
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Human.
I was big, but I moved real quiet. up, but also I didn't.
We eat them. Come here.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Kids are creepy. Okay.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
This bedroom looks familiar. Well, it's Pepperidge, so.
I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
And that was her last diary entry.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
And why did she die? Because her mother locked her in this room, and what did she
I can't
eat?
describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Toothpaste. And there's poison in toothpaste. And we don't know what were the berries that she ate either. What if they were okay? So that's the first death. Where am I going? Not leaving, am I? For that now. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Oh, wait, yeah.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Strange. I'm sure I should have got a trophy for that. Oh, crap. I missed the trophy there. Whoops. Okay.
Her room was like a museum.
Built in 1937.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, She could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's
Okay. Let's have a look through the memories.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Okay.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
A very long ways. So we came through there, and there's a door here. That is completely sealed. Can we look that? No, we cannot. Where?
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Mole men everywhere.
Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
There's no back for that window. Or am I missing something?
Great-grandma had always been the family's biggest fan.
Am I missing something? Ah, there it is.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard.
Whoops. Whoops. No, no. Don't reverse everything.
It's hidden in this book.
Hey. Drop down.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Oh, the heights. But his stopped there because that's when he stopped living.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Come on, let's get higher. Oh, I think I'm doing it wrong. That's why, okay.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly. But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
So maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
And that's another thing I blame on the mother. Letting her children swing in a swing with a Grateful Gorge in front of them.
Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Oh, it is.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Ah, the little caterpillar. The designers around this house are the fucking people who make RE buildings.
They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Oh, damn. Whoops. This is one of my favorite ones.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
I think it was this one. Yeah, it's this one because a touch of my favorite comic book and TV series.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Question, why did she need to get the key if he was already down there?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
I don't know how they got their music from Halloween. Oh. You going in? No. Hey, clear the table. Yep. Oh. Okay, that's one trophy down. Do you know what this is a reference to, though?
Man killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Because if you don't, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. Please tell me you know what this is a reference to. Not the music, but the whole, like, bit. Do that. That should have been safe. Yeah, go through. No, not this music. But the whole thing. The voice.
Oh dear!
Idiot.
Oh.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act
I'm
furious.
furious.
All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
No. Tales from the
She
Crypt.
threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the Late Picture Show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
I remember being a kid, my father putting it on. I was like, dude, I love this. Boys and ghouls. Hell yeah, it was so good. It's corny as hell, but dude, it's the vibe. Oh. Oh, she works at one of those stupid fucking places that makes you wear rollerblades while you're serving the food. That just seems like a health violation.
Walter, are you there?
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police described the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And the only was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's got to be another way out of here.
There is.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
He's not even banging on the door, he's just politely knocking. Oh, okay, now he's banging.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groan.
Thank you.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
I always found those. I forgot what it's called. Sonic, isn't it? It's called Sonic. Sonics, something like that. We don't have them over here, but I know you do. He's gone, like Michael.
She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
I thought they did.
Was dying to speak to young Barbara.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure that's their vibe.
It was coming from inside the house.
Oh no. Surprise!
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
I know.
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. A And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
This is the only one I can't piece together. Well, kind of. Clearly, she got killed by some crazy maniac. But this is the only one you can say how her mother didn't lead to being a bad mother.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah, I guess we can. Oh, it's very dark now. The sun is high in the sky. And keep going, keep going, keep going. And we got the key. I told you there was a key in there.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Well, you wouldn't need one. You're
I
a
saw
kid.
Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
You're doing all those at birth.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Do you remember the story about the mole man?
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Stop marking off at the end of March 2005.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped.
Got a weak laugh.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Question is, what was that noise?
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Yeah.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't
What
mind
was
if
the
I-
racket?
Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
It was the train just stopped for a little bit. Maybe some maintenance. But he didn't know that.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Yeah, sure. You're just gonna drop. Okay, I was gonna say. Probably could.
Maybe
probably
she
be
was
fine.
afraid I'd end up like Walter.
What's wrong with Walter? He became
But
the
if she never
biggest meth
told me
dealer in
about
the
an
world.
uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Oh, Walter.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
a rickety old staircase.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Oh, what must have come? Oh. Is this the second path?
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
My kind of family.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Shadow, Christopher, Bob,
3
Oliver.
of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Sachatsi, Bailey, Zuby, Lorpy, Furby, Chirpy, Burby, Dumpy Jr., Lucy, Daisy, Charlie, Tucker, Coco, Zoe. Oh, and these ones don't get names, I see.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly Finch. Calvin Finch, because he wanted to go to space. Stephen. And Eddie Finch. Edie? Edie. Not Eddie. Walter Finch. And Barbara. We're coming,
sure
I'm coming
Odin's
to
monument
get you,
had been Edie's
Barbara.
idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
The house that they came here on. Yeah. Okay. Did I go?
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
Ah, yes. Okay.
The
Margaret.
older I get, the more I
Sam
can see where my
Finch.
mom was coming from.
American hero.
Her dad
Gregory
had been pretty
Finch.
strict, but it wasn't
And
enough
Gus
to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Sanjay
She lost 2 of
Kumba
her brothers, just
and
like I
Lewis
did.
Finch.
I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Right, anything around here? No, just the steps. Well, ladder. Oop, oop. This was the tree she
But
was
looking
told
back
not
on
to
it
climb.
now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, that's probably not a smart decision, is it? That's like nearly 6 months pregnant.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Huh. Question. That wasn't there before, was it? Her bump at the start of the game wasn't there. But as we're reading the diary, we got to the bit where where we find out she's pregnant. So now it's there. Does this one take both paths to the house patch?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm?
Perfect.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything? It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
What are you taking a picture of? It's a birdie.
Aw.
Some rocks. Nothing over here?
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
What are we looking for? More birdies. Someone's over there. Is that like a bed I'm looking for? Birdie.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff. Thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Everywhere,
I bet
you
if I
say?
could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
Give me a look for a trail.
Give me a minute to check the map.
I'll look for my camera. Birdie.
Good eyes, Dawn.
What the hell's that? You're keeping your shotgun shells in a weird fucking bag, Father? Found anything yet? You. Here in Chapin. We need to keep the eyes on them. Some of this fish. And that stick. Oh, oh dear. Found one, Papa.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Oh, what? Where is it? Where is it? It's on that ridge, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Ah, okay. That's it. Beautiful. I'll make you a killer out of you yet. Ready?
Do I have to do this?
Yeah.
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you need to be strong.
Yeah, if you want to survive, you have to shoot this deer. Boom! Food for a month.
Great shot, Dawn!
We have food for a month right there. Hey, don't cry. It would have killed you if I had the chance.
Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Uh-oh. How do we set the timer? There we go. Oh, yeah. I'm coming, sweetheart. Come here. No, wait,
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
still...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Well, if she wasn't traumatized before, she's definitely traumatized now.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Yeah, I'm afraid of clouds. Very terrifying things. Uh-oh. Oh, no. No. This
After
is the
Sam
worst
died,
one.
my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
This. Oh, this is the worst. Oh, this is the worst one. Oh, no.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
So that's one there. This one here. Yes, okay. There's two here. Look, there's a door over there. It's not a weird place. It's just, look, they have light. Where else are you going to keep the kids? It's not even a diary entry.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Baby! Gotta knock the lights off the side of the mouth. Oh wait, that's not one of the classrooms. Yeah. Yeah.
Over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Hey, just one more letter. There it is. Georgie.
What his world was like.
Let's fill the bath up.
He reminded me so much of Calvin.
There we go. Come on, boys. Let's go.
Whatever it was, he saw.
Okay, maybe it's not that. Yeah, come on, help me up. Thank you.
It sure made him happy.
Come in. Do, 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 do. Darn you. Roll over. Where am I? There we go. There you go. What do you mean this child has somehow of an imagination? It's a child.
I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could.
Aww.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Ready for the worst mother in the world?
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
It was her fault.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay.
Yeah.
Love, Sam.
You drowned. And the worst mother of the whole century goes to Edith Finch.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids,
I like this one.
at least not very hard, before the day my father said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
God, we're rhyming. Oh! Oh!
Come, of course, but Gus stood far apart.
My man coming in here with fucking
storm inside his heart.
facts. He's coming in here with fucking facts.
I tried to talk him out of it, but those
Oh, and I didn't think he would know about that
Edith's
case.
stepmom were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Her documentary. Oh, fucking made me mad. I didn't watch it. I just watched Bose talk about it, and then Bose watched someone who actually watched it. But oh, that woman. That woman.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh, if that was me. Oh, if that was me, I'd lose that finger. It's not a tough one. Fucking the fact that she got away with it. Oh.
Wind picked up, and
Oh, my father is actually a P, and so is my
But
brother.
all the humans did
Like,
that day
no,
was go
no, they're
inside the
not.
tent.
No, don't. Why are you only telling us this now? Why didn't you tell this when you were fucking being questioned? Oh, why was it when they called you? You were so full of yourself. Oh, me, it's all about me. And the fact that you said it was the best time of your life when you went missing, when you were out partying.
That nature might destroy the
Oh, yeah,
timber
you
that
sound like a distraught mother, indeed.
thunder sounded much
And
too
in the
close,
documentary,
full of
they've got.
angry power. But all my
I'll
father
stop
said
because it's
was,
gonna be
make the
annoying.
music louder.
Yeah, let's make that music loud. Yeah, I think we should go in. It's starting to get. Oh no. Yeah. Oh. Give
wish
them
that
to
I
your
could truly
parents
say
and
I've thought about
say,
you on that
I'm
day.
not ready for this. Do
Out there on the
something.
beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't
The fact that she got off scot-free.
until we found you.
Yeah, that must have hurt.
She never told me about him, but Mom
Gus.
told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
We have like 4 people left. 4 people left. I feel like I'm missing a bunch of trophies. I feel like 1. Yeah, I have what? No, 2 trophies. There's 9 left. So wait, where's this door? Because we totally didn't lock
My
that
mom
door.
moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Here's another one.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
At least she went to high school. Which part of India did she go? Oh, wait. No, that'd be close to the apartheid.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching
Or
English.
am I actually? No,
Lewis
I
was
don't
born
know.
a year later.
Be around about the time of the apartheid, which that's a difficult time to be in India. That's if you know what the apartheid is. Why isn't she moving? There we go. You're welcome, by the way.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Milton, Lewis, Edith, Lewis.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
About the apartheid? Oh, the apartheid is heavy.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
Another problem with religion. Your name isn't Lewis. I know what
Beginning
your
of the
name
end was
is.
Milton's 10th birthday. When Edie
Oh,
gave him
we
the
found another
castle.
door. Little peeking. This guy never died.
After
This
Milton
guy's
disappeared,
immortal.
the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Right, I feel like we're close to the end. I don't know what your name is. Don't lie to people. There's no door over here.
Everyone always told me to
Hey, a closer look.
Except Lewis.
Dude. Trippy. Oh, wait. No. Go down. Let's go back over here and do the... On Target. What the fuck's Target Halloween? Decision. Whatever that word means. Yeah. This guy never died. This guy's immortal.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
I am the magic paintbrush. This is pretty impressive. Oh my god, it's flip noteception. Like, I think anyone who can do a flip book like this, it's just impressive. Oh. He disappeared.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Well, you can't say he's dead. He disappeared in 2003. But Milton's still alive out there somewhere.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Just months? That's it?
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Ah, giving everyone... Look, Milton, he was a wizard. He rolled a net 20, whatever that means. He rolled whatever that means. And disappeared.
I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Uh-oh. Wait, this is the last one, right? Edith. Oh, that's Edith. Dawn, Lewis. I swear this was like the last one. I feel like it's the last one. It's kind of a brutal one. But there's like 2 other people. I don't think I've missed anyone. Oh yeah, it's a short game.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Uh-oh. Lewis. I like this one. This is a very interesting one.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
This is really well done.
He kept working at the cannery.
Sorry.
But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it.
No. Oh,
He
God,
said
no.
He started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Yeah, how she said, his job became the
things
same
that
thing
have
over and
no
over again,
names.
that you could just do it. That is what
He
they
knew it was
make
all
you
in his
do.
head. He took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then.
I am playing a different game while doing my daily job like it's nothing. Just
I
like
spoke
Lewis
with his
did.
boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
Alright.
I even
Doing like
encouraged
it's
him.
nothing.
It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Every day, putting
On the
up
edge
and
of a
fish.
city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
I've got an adventure to go on.
It became a game for him.
See, I can't even see
He'd conquer a city, then immediately
where my
push
job
on.
is. It's so monotonous. It's just
New Lewis.
I've turned into Lewis. It's so well made.
St. Louis.
Like when I first played this, I didn't realize that's what I
We
was
started
doing.
drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Fuck, Mom, I'm making money. Gotta pay the bills somehow.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Handsome queen. I wouldn't say handsome, I'd say beautiful.
handsome
but
queen. The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her silver harp.
I'm going to get my bard.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
I made it to India.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Don't write my logic, it's not making sound.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
One man down here. Calm down up there. Hey,
But he was
open
so
up the
proud
gate.
of having created it.
Thank you.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
I became the ruler of worlds.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck
Overwhelming?
him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Yep. But I already know where the cutting thing
My
is.
imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
And where to
It was
throw
hard to
the
argue
salmon.
with him.
Always makes me laugh when they have massive doors, but they have like that one small door inside. Ah, that explains it all.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Hey, Lewis. How you doing?
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Hey, Lewis. Hey, Lewis. Lewis, you're not doing your job. Well,
I still thought I could save him.
I'm gonna live my life.
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Molly is a terrifying cat. Thank you.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
Okay.
There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Oh, no. They're taking my clown.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Yeah. Workplace accident.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Seems like a schizophrenic to me, but hey, what do I know?
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
What the hell is that? It's a PlayStation / with a Nintendo system. That's what they wanted to make when Sony was working with them. This was their dream. I thought that was the last one. I remember that being the last one in my
Lewis's
head.
funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
Right, this is a nice
But I
house.
understand why we left.
What do you mean it's a general console machine? It looks like a PlayStation 1 with a NES.
My mom ended up leaving
General console machine.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Well, it doesn't look like a PS1. It looks like a PlayStation. A PS1 is much smoother and smaller, since the PlayStation 1 was.
But it had to end one way or
the
another.
PlayStation Slim.
All that's left now was to tell you about that last night.
Also came with its own docking system, its own TV as well that you could connect onto it. Well, I didn't come with it, but you could buy an add-on. Edith. It's time to write my own story.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
You walked into Silent Hill.
I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Finish all stories. Her excuse was the stories. They were the reason her kids were dying. But that wasn't true. Most of the deaths were her own doing. Or just sad moments to happen. Like getting hit by the train because you didn't realize there was a train out there. See Jonathan's name in the end credits. Now this is a better way to do credits for me. The other way is kind of boring, just seeing text. Yes. Hey, we only think it's finite. Okay, that doesn't pause. Does that affect you? Take two paths. Those two are connected in that girl's one. They can't take a picture. Ah, okay. We missed that. That's it, really. Took 7 years to make. Did I say 7? I mean 5. Okay. So, what we need to do now Calvin. Oh, it was. Right, there's that one. We need to do Sam's story. Wait, why did that? Why is this? Oh, wait. Whoops, we need to do the whole thing. Okay, we'll go back there. We'll go back there. So, please take a picture.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit.
Rabbit, why? Like I'm gonna have to go and look. I don't see any rabbit. Yeah. So controller, do things I want you to do. Don't tell me I just went past it. Oh, it's right there. Why didn't you see it, T? Come on. You've got eyes.
Please just take the damn picture.
Hey,
there it is.
Language.
Okay. It's one down.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never told
Right,
me
I just have
about
to
him.
replay this one again.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I want to remember my brother.
Oh,
by
that's
Sam
just
Finch.
excuses.
The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly. But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
And
Maybe if the wind
maybe
hadn't
you
picked up,
took your ass outside and got your son.
then maybe he'd still be here. But
I don't
doubt
believe
it.
so.
I think he'd already made up his mind.
Hell yeah.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Round and round we go. Where are we going? Nowhere else.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
There it is. Loop da loop da loop. Right. There's 2 trophies here. Where do we? Oh, it's over here, isn't it?
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Need gerbil food. Come over here. We open the door.
I kept eating and eating.
We eat the toothpaste that has poison in it.
I ate a lot of things that night.
And then we pick berries. And we lump them down. Then we come back into
Then
here.
I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly...
You notice how the barn swallow was the same bird we took pictures of?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Haha, I can jump far. Doop. Right. Oh yeah, up here. I already forgot where to go. I've already really forgotten where to go. Why have I forgotten where to go? Where's my mind? There you go.
I jumped and I almost got her.
God damn it. Stupid
I
table.
could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Okay. Right, now let's get these. Okay, and swoop! Got it!
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
Damn right.
Then I
No
flew
chewing
off
over
to
here.
find something bigger.
Right, don't mess up on this one. So we'll have to do all that over again. She's over here, right?
A mama rabbit.
When I see her. Swoop! Hey! Grey owl.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Yeah. Stupid tree in the way. Hell yeah. Ow. Ow.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean.
How terrified would you be?
I was hungrier than ever.
You're just driving to the left of you.
Juicy seals.
You see a shark.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Like, am I fucking high? What did I take today? Knew my wife was drugging me. Come here.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I
Here we
opened
go.
my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, and I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor, what shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? Put him in the captain's daughter, put him in bed with the captain's daughter, put him in bed with the captain's daughter.
Yeah, good.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor?
I gotta listen to him sing.
Drunken sailor,
There we go. Let him finish. Right. Now... Can I just do the beginning, guys? He's not cooking, he's singing. Okay, game. Okay. Open the book.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you.
My family having seen.
I'm sorry about that.
God damn, I can't read.
I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house.
Right, so we went down. Now we just need to go up.
I
And the
lived here until
first
I was
of 10
11,
is down.
But I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Yeah, we need to open that.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Why is that so
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
I don't know. Like, she was so against... Oh, wait, yeah, she's so against you not going.
No one had driven this way in a long time.
Hey, all roads. And all done. I like the name of that platinum. Oh. He was like, shit, it's the family who shot my brother. Holy shit.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come
Hell
back
yeah.
to it.
The only trophy I'm missing on the PlayStation 4 version is the owl. They're again the two rabbits. That's because there's no plat, and I was like, I'm not really gonna load up and go for all that. Rick Miranda. Okay. Game 1 down. Right, let me see. I think that's gonna be a long one. Where is it? Where are you? You're on here somewhere. That one's done. Did I do that one? I don't think so. Ah, there it is. That's the one I want to do. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it in a day. But I'll open up another stream. Just the demo.